Saka Musaka.
I don't know why I always get really nervous about this time.
May's getting in here.
Mufasa.
No.
Mufasa.
You remember this, John?
Got under. Under would have been a better. The
What is
lasers. Oh yeah.
Many years ago, this was us, John. Yeah. We're the intro today, John. Because it's our 50th episode. That's right, John. We've been around.
What happened to our Kids Yay thing? Is that button? Did you mute it?
Wait, which one?
The kids.
No, this is it. Hold on. We're going to go to the full shot right now. 50th episode.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
Yeah, we're still.
We're still gainfully employed.
Yeah. For now.
For now.
Which is always a good thing.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. You cheap bastards have not given us anything. Except for criticism and talk shit about our mamas, which I will find you. But no.
Yeah.
I want to thank all 6 people that actually watch the show on a regular basis.
Tell your friends.
Tell your dad, not your
Tell
mom.
Not your mom.
I don't think anyone's been telling their dad, Jimmy.
No, there've been people telling their dads. So we've seen it.
We probably have more moms watching the show, unfortunately, than we do dads.
We'll take whoever will listen.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're still in.
Tell all your transgender friends to watch. They'll have fun watching the show.
We're still in the burning city. The building's still burning right behind you.
Is
John.
it?
Yeah.
Are we still in the burning?
We're
background?
still. Yeah.
I
You
can't see
still got the
anything,
burning
but-
city.
Cool.
I guess.
Oh, is it riots? I thought they convicted Chauvin.
They did convict Chauvin.
So we're just burning out of
We're just for
joy
fun.
now? Oh, okay. No.
We had the. I'm telling you, we had the equipment. Might as well use it. You know. Yeah, we got the bricks. We got the.
And they had all the. I mean, they went to Walmart and pretty much took every rioting gear necessary.
Yeah. So.
So that's like
why
we've
you
already
couldn't find
made the
water bottles
investment.
yesterday.
It's what they were busy getting frozen,
Yeah,
so that
water
they could
bottles
throw them at people.
and cans of beans. Cans of beans. Well, I guess we're gonna jump right into it. Today's, if you had the opportunity to watch today's thumbnail, it was wonderful art put together by John himself.
Thank you.
Do we have a picture of it?
I don't know. Do we?
Hold on. I think we have a picture of it. How do I show people a picture of this? Anyways, John, talk about the Chauvin trial real quick.
That Chauvin trial. What do you think about that, Jim? You leftist bastard, you.
I gotta be honest with you. I am totally surprised.
Really?
I'm surprised. Oh, here it is. By the way, just
What
in case you missed it.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Yep.
What did you do here?
You know what? I even fixed this. I gotta fix this. Hold on.
Oh Lord!
Here it is. Yeah.
And we're canceled.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we made it to 50, everybody.
Yeah. So the title of this is Pelosi's Sacrificial Lamb. I think. Do you really want to? Can we do our conspiracy talk right now?
Isn't it too soon for this?
For what?
Is this in bad taste?
I see nothing wrong with this.
Oh Lord Jesus!
And you'll see in a short minute, folks. Stay tuned. You'll see in a short minute why this is not nearly as bad as you think. But can I tell you my conspiracy theory hat that I had brewing on yesterday?
Oh man!
All right, so
this is kind of cringe.
So hear me out. Okay, don't you think that it was weird that the jury was not sequestered from the media and from the public?
I didn't know that.
They weren't. It wasn't until late in the trial that was the case.
Really?
So they still had access to the news, right?
To the news. Oh, yeah. Which we know what the news thought about this whole thing.
Exactly, right?
How is that not a mistrial?
All right, so that's the
Listen, first of all, let me just go on record and saying I'm glad he got convicted just for the sheer fact that there would have been unbelievable damage, riots. And I'm not saying what he did was right. Obviously, the guy was an asshole. You shouldn't just kneel on a dead man's body. Just that in itself, he should have been convicted. But was he the cause? Who knows?
I don't know.
The fact that the dude was on drugs, he was hyperventilating, he was freaking out, he was having trouble breathing before they even put him on the ground. So and it could be, you know, a cocktail of different drugs and alcohol and whatever else was in his system. And the fact that you don't want to go to jail, which is someplace he's been before, probably could have, you know, tipped the scale in the wrong direction. And but in law there is a but for clause, so but for him kneeling, you know, maybe he would be alive still. Now whether that was like the direct cause of it, most likely not, but was it, you know, something that could have helped trigger something else to happen in his body to have him shut off? Could have.
I think
I think they could have.
I think the most normal way to frame I think every person that is a normal person would see what they saw, and it really is a Rorschach test, right? Depending on what side you are, it will define whether or not you think that Chauvin's guilty or not, or George Floyd died as a result. But that being said, hear me out on my conspiracy theory. They didn't sequester the jury. That's the first thing, right? Why was Maxine Waters in Minneapolis?
Yeah, what was that?
Well, here's what I think. She knew what she was doing was purposely going to force the judge to consider throwing out the case, right? Because that happened. Here, let me show you.
Really? To instigate riots?
No, not to instigate riots. Here, hold on. Okay.
Well, if they called it a mistrial and there was no justice served, then what, you don't think they would riot? I
don't think it's for the. I think they were actively. I think this is the conspiracy. Hold on. What's Maxine Waters? I think they were actively trying to avoid riots, and this is why. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Check this out.
Maxine Waters was talking specifically about this trial and about the unacceptability of anything less than a murder conviction, and talk about being confrontational. But you can submit the press articles about that. This goes back to what I've been saying from the beginning. I wish elected officials would stop talking about this case, especially in a manner that is disrespectful to the rule of law and to the judicial branch and our function. I think if they want to give their opinions, they should do so in a respectful and in a manner that is consistent with their oath to the Constitution, to respect a co-equal branch of government. Their failure to do so, I think, is abhorrent, but I don't think it has prejudiced us with additional material that would prejudice this jury. They have been told not to watch the news. I trust they are following those instructions, and that there is not in any way a prejudice to the defendant beyond the articles that we're talking specifically about the facts of this case. A congresswoman's opinion really doesn't matter a whole lot. Anyway, so motion for mistrial is denied.
Yeah, so they requested a motion for a mistrial, right?
Sure.
But he says that it's something along to the effect of that if, and he says it pretty clearly, it was all over the news, is that if it gets appealed, then they might have a case for appeal.
Absolutely, they could.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I was gonna say that, right? Just that.
So you just heard
the murder too was kind of it was a difficult burden, especially since. I don't know. I think in front of a judge, murder two, he can't get murder two. Manslaughter for sure. The burden for that is much less, and so because of but for, manslaughter is almost like a slam dunk. Mm-hmm. We ultimately you can never tell what was the end cause of him. It wasn't asphyxiation. He wasn't choking. That's not a choke move. Like if you do jujitsu, you got people kneeling on your freaking neck all the time, you know? And even when you get choked unconscious, you know, you'll wake up after a few minutes as long as they're not pressing down and keeping you, you know. But it wasn't a blood choke or a thing choke. It was just a very uncomfortable position he was in. And the fact that he was already nervous and hyperventilating and full of drugs, it was not a good combination. It was a combination for death for him.
A recipe for a disaster.
It was a recipe for disaster. So I'm glad there's no rioting going on now and that there is justice being served. Unfortunate situation for everybody. ultimately, George Floyd's not going to come back from that. Derek Chauvin's, going to be in jail probably for the rest of his life. And nothing really changed. And the world keeps spinning. So.
It's my conspiracy theory.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you heard the judge. Judge says he hopes they're staying away from the media. Maxine Waters chimes.
And he believes they're staying away from me, which is total bullshit.
Maxine Waters chimes in, right? And then the following day it was all over the media that if they convict, that it can go, to appeals for mistrial, right? Joe Biden also weighed in, right? So he's all over the media being plastered, and he says something to the effect of, here, give me 1 second. We can pull it up. Biden, what's this guy's name? Floyd.
He needs to be super careful because, he is the executive branch. So for him to undermine the judicial branch and the process, he should not have an opinion.
Oh, here it
he
is.
should
Actually,
say, let's
he
see
did.
what he should say. Like, let's see what the judge
I've come to know
and jury
George's
decide.
family, not just.
That's our process.
In passing, I've spent time with him. I spent time with his little daughter Gianna. You should see this beautiful child, and his brother, both brothers, as a matter of fact. I can only imagine the pressure and anxiety they're feeling. And so I waited till the jury was sequestered.
Oh, okay.
And I called. And as I wasn't going to say anything about it, but Thelonious said today on television, and he accurately said it was a private conversation because Joe understands what it's like to go through laws. And they're a good family. And they're calling for peace and tranquility, no matter what that verdict is. I'm praying the verdict is the right verdict, which is, I think it's overwhelming in my view. I wouldn't say that unless the jury was sequestered now, not hear me say that. But so we just talked to them. I want to know how they were doing, just personally. And we talked about personal things.
Mm.
So, okay. They just got sequestered, right? But chances are they have some form of contact with the outside world, right?
100%.
Yeah, but before that too, okay, so here we have Maxine Waters, right? We have the judge saying that there's a way out for the appeals, right? And then we have the president chiming in. But before that, check this out. If you look up the day before, you have all these articles about what we know about the jurors, right? They even found the jury people that got rejected.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So you following me here so far? Okay. Okay. This is where we get to conspiracy.
Let's go. Let's get into the conspiracy, Jimmy.
Because here's what I'm thinking. Right?
Tell me what the conspiracy is.
If you're a juror, it was only 10 hours, right? If you're a juror, right? The media, you've already read out there that they're trying to find out all the information they can about you, right? And you have 3 charges, right? Which is the manslaughter, the murder,
and the murder 2, or the murder.
Yeah,
I think it was murder 2, murder 3, and manslaughter.
But in your mind as a juror, you know that there's Congress people coming out, the president has chimed in, and now the entire media is saying that if you don't convict, there's going to be riots. There's going to be riots, and that's all going to be on you. Oh, and by the way, we know everything about you, where you live, what you do, and we're going to release all that information after the riots happen, right? And here's what I'm saying. If you're a juror and you heard that it can be up to somebody else, that responsibility of not convicting could be up to somebody else, what would you do? I think the easy way would be just convict the guy. Like, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. What we need to do is make sure to stop those riots.
As a matter of law, I think murder 2 was hard to, because he had a good defense attorney. I think he probably put together a better case than what I saw what they did, like Trump's attorneys did during the whole election debacle.
Yeah.
The only thing is, people are emotional, and I think that emotion definitely had like something to do with it.
I think a lot of it.
I think them understanding that like the overarching like repercussions of not giving him a guilty verdict would have blown back all in their face.
Right,
So,
which is What
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, I think
It's
they
one
lined,
person.
they
It
lined
could have
up,
been just one person.
and
The
it's
one
a conspiracy
person, 'cause
theory. Remember, just remember, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
But I think it's perfectly lined up to avoid rioting, not because they don't want the riots per se, but I think it's because they know that the riots is not going to look on the Democrats, and they can't have that right now. So
Is that what it is? It's saving face for the Democrats?
I think
you
100%.
Really?
I think so. It's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. We do conspiracy theories on this show. I just think it's too convenient. Like, why not
I
sequester?
don't know.
the
If
view-
you told me
this-
like they did something to instigate the riots, I'd believe it. Just because the Democrats love it when riots happen, because
yeah,
that's
but
when
this
they
wouldn't
can.
work in their favor though. There's no bad guy in the riots except themselves because they lose the control of the picture, right? So riots were good
When
under
did they have control of anything?
riots
now
were good under
they
Trump because Trump was in charge. If there are riots under Biden,
then
that
it
negatively
looks like it's Biden. Nah,
yeah,
I don't know.
that's how it was. So I think because why else would Maxine Waters be there?
There was like a big flaming pile of dung, okay, which is our U.S. government right now. And I don't know. I don't know if like one way or the other. They want instability. Okay, they need instability to create a system where they can create stability. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they need the instability to take over so that they can come down with an iron fist and say, okay, you guys are out of control. This is ridiculous. You have no more rights. There's going to be curfews. There's going to be lockdowns. You guys are spreading COVID
right.
like
and
mad
that
fire.
was good
You're
for Trump to get Democratic power.
yeah, but
Because
now
he was the bad guy. Now there
they
is no
have
bad
it.
guy. And
Okay.
this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, check this out. This video, this is what kind of gives me, like, I think this was a foolproof plan that worked because I've never, ever seen somebody so excited about somebody dying like this woman.
So again, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice, for being there to
Should you
call
just
out to
thank
your
him?
mom. How heartbreaking was that? Call out for your mom. I can't breathe. But because of you, and because of thousands, millions of people around the world who came out for justice, your name will always be synonymous. So again,
That is a woman who is accepting an award for winning something. That is what she's doing.
Yeah, that sounded like a speech at the Oscars.
Yeah, it's like, thank you. Wasn't that so sad? He died. Was it? Remember, he called out for his mom. How sad. So what are you doing? Thank you, George Floyd, for dying. This was a win.
That's
this
the
was
sacrificial lamb picture you made.
yeah, that's the
Got
sacrifice. This was a win for the Democrats. It was honestly it was a foolproof win, and that's why I'm saying it's weird. Why? Because look,
No, you're right. It was
what
a
would
slam
be
dunk for
what would
them.
be worse than a full conviction on all charges? A hung jury or not guilty, right?
Of course.
This was damage control at its finest for conspiracy theories. But I'm just saying it seems like it's backed up by, I don't know. I just think it's weird that people are.
Who was that? George Floyd's girlfriend?
Yeah, George
Thanks
Floyd's
him for
girlfriend's
dying too.
also-
I love him with all my heart, and I'd do anything to have him standing next to me again today. But I know he gave his life so this could happen. And I know that he gave his life so that other people's cases can get reopened. We can re-examine the cases that were closed. We can get justice for people that deserve.
Okay.
The fuck?
So I'm pretty
Really?
sure.
This is how they're like internalizing their pain?
I'm pretty sure George Floyd didn't want to die.
Yeah, I think that was obvious
Wasn't
from the
he?
video.
Was that something he was screaming?
Yeah, I don't think they gave a fuck about like the Black Lives Matter movement when he was underneath the officers.
Yeah.
I really don't think he gave two shits.
Yeah, but
Um,
here's the thing. There's a group of people.
Here's the thing. People internalize their pain in different ways, but opportunists use situations like this in order to drive their own agenda. It's a very very, very disgusting thing, when you're taking a look at like people using these types of tragedies like and nobody wants their kid like nobody wants to see their child die in that fashion, or whether it was their fault or not. It's in bad taste, you know what I mean? Like nobody wanted to see that. I don't care who you are, both sides of the aisle.
Yeah, except
right?
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi was
Probably the only-
salivating probably because of the fact that like we can use this as a publicity thing, to gain the followership that we need to help keep us in power for eternity.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's always money or power. I don't think it's ever anything else in between.
That's all they care about. They just care about staying in power so that they can milk our system. That's why they keep printing out trillions and trillions of dollars that we don't have any. It's not like Bitcoin. It's not like you see where the transactions are.
Yeah, shout out to Dogecoin, falling every day precipitously. That dog's never gonna reach the moon.
I don't know what happened with that dog.
Well, anyways,
Sorry about that.
we're always here to show you
Sorry
guys.
about that call, Jim.
Yeah, I'm actually. You know what? Here's the thing is good. There wasn't any riots, right?
The good news, there was no riots, but I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. Why is he on like a skyjack? What is that?
I don't know. Here, check. But we're here to show you all the worst side of everything.
Get out of New York. We don't want you here. 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 We don't want your fucking money. We don't want your fucking money. We don't want your fucking taquerias.
We don't want your taquerias.
Taquerias.
Tip 30%.
Wait, hold on. Is that?
Hold on. They just said we don't want your taquerias, and then he said tip 30%.
Is that what he just said? Hold on. Well, for a couple of things here. Hold on.
Oh,
All right, hold on.
Lord Jesus.
Hold on. Oh, that's a white lady. I thought that was maybe an Asian
It's all a
lady.
bunch
Is
of
that an
white-
Asian lady?
No, they're all white.
That's a white lady.
There's a bunch of white
Yeah.
people.
But I love the fact that he says, we don't want your taquerias. And everybody's like, we don't what?
What? I like taquerias.
We don't want your fucking taquerias.
He lost the crowd, bro. Well, didn't we come here just last week? All right.
What is this?
right.
This is nonsense. Dining outside to get the fuck out of New York, and that their white-owned taquerias aren't welcome. The crowd chant along.
All right. And then we also have this. So despite Chauvin's murder conviction, Antifa, remember Antifa doesn't exist. So what you're
God,
watching.
for the 50th show, this is so depressing how retarded everybody is.
Step in front of my bike. Don't fucking touch me, dude. Don't fucking touch me.
Oh.
You touch me, dude. Step in front of my bike. Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Fuck you. Stay back.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly.
Whoa! Did somebody just snatch the cop?
Yeah, they did.
Failure to adhere to order makes it into a raffle.
So for those of you on the audio podcast, what had happened was there was a
Oh
cop
my God!
that got knocked off his bike, and now there's a crowd of maybe 30, 40 people in the Portland
Back
City,
up. Another 30 feet or so.
and
You're
there was
good.
a brawl.
I need you back here so we can work. Why the fuck? Why are you punching them? Why?
Why are you punching him? He snatched the cop off of his bike. What did you think was gonna happen? Are you kidding me, Jim? Where are we now? Now you can just assault police officers because you have a video camera? You assault them and then you say, "Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? Stop punching me in my head." Oh, bro.
Gosh.
I don't know.
Where are we at? Okay. Oh,
This is some bullshit.
this is some breaking news too, by the way.
Sending more military.
John,
equipment.
according to BLM, Biden is currently sending more military equipment to our neighborhoods than Trump did. You read that right. Our communities are being terrorized at a greater rate than they had been under Trump.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what they said. That's from the actual.
So now they're against Biden.
I don't know. This is the same account that.
Is this real? Is that
yeah,
like
it's
a real Black Lives Matter account?
Yeah, hold
it's
on,
not
let's
one
see.
of those. It's got 1 million followers, eh?
Yeah, hold on.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. It's real. Check it out. This is their official
What?
account. Biden is currently sending more military equipment to our neighborhoods. It won't let us reply.
It won't let us reply?
Yeah.
Did we get blocked from them?
No, they just only let certain people reply to them.
Got you.
They don't want any kind
Because
of...
they don't want all the negative. I can imagine. You fucking horrible cunts.
Okay. Oh, we're almost done. You have anything else you want to talk about the Chauvin trial? What happened?
So how come, did she ever, that Black Lives Matter, she ever talk about why
She has her homes.
Why she had about like 3 homes in like multi-million-dollar neighborhoods
I say good
with
for
a bunch
her,
of
man.
white people?
I say good for her. Congratulations. Isn't that what
Really?
everybody wants to
Is
do?
that what the
Isn't
whole
that what
Black Lives Matter movement was?
Yeah. It's
Socialism to the max?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go buy $1 million homes?
That's what every
for yourself?
That's what every fundraiser is for.
What
for that
happened?
one person
Why
to
didn't
make
she
a
buy
lot of
like an
money.
apartment building for like homeless people? Or
Maybe she
for black families that they can't afford rents and are being foreclosed on?
Maybe she did. I don't know if they did or not. Maybe they did. It's likely.
You don't think they would have covered that?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I say good for her. Good on her. She made her money and then dipped.
That's the problem with you, Jimmy.
Are you ready for this, John?
God fucking help me.
It's so good. Folks,
I for the 50th episode, I'm just so disappointed with America.
Oh, okay. Well, get ready for your faith in America to be restored.
Holy
By the way,
shit, what
for
is
those of
this,
you
like
with
a-
the children at home, you might want to turn this off at this point if you're on the video podcast. Ready
What
for
is this, like a
Know
fat
you wanna
bitch's
party
party?
with a fat bitch, even though in comments you're like cap bitch. Time you spend with me, you'll be time well spent. And if I get on top, you know I'm leaving a dent. Know you wanna party with a fat bitch. Buy me diamond, see me name brand chips. Time you spend with me will be time well spent. And if I get on top, you know I'm leaving a dent. I'm a big bad, big butt, big dreams baddie. 2 minutes with me and you'll be calling me daddy. Might not pass the presidential fitness test, but notify your next of kin, I'll put you to rest. Whiny little dude say, I'm concerned for your health. And think about my back rolls while they're touching themselves. They comment, I legitimately thought this was John Candy. Then whisper my name as they start to get randy.
I would
Party with a fat bitch. Even though in comments you're like
I just
fat
threw up a little
bitch.
bit in my
I'm
mouth
spending
right
all time well spent. And if I get on top, you know I'm
Turn
leaving
this
a
shit
dent.
off,
Know you
Jimmy.
wanna party with a
That.
fat bitch. Buy me diamond.
She says,
I just
Finishing on the back
just
rolls.
said like, is this a fat bitch party? And then the fucking first words out of their mouth was,
Yeah.
"Do you want to party with the fat bitch?"
look, it's not rude. They posted this. This is public, and this is a song. They made this song, and we're just celebrating it.
Oh Lord,
We're just celebrating it, all right? And then
God, are we like the fucking biggest dumpster fire in the world right now? Where is worse than America right
No, I can't show ya.
now? What
But I'm
the
just gonna
fuck
tell you
is
good day, you know
that?
why? 'Cause my panties match my dress.
oh yeah,
No, I can't show ya. But I'm just gonna tell you it's a good day, you know why? 'Cause my panties match my dress.
What is that? What is that?
that's what we call the woke girl of our dreams.
Are these all the Black Lives Matter protesters?
Yeah, it is actually. We've reached peak society. I think this is like the closest we'll ever get to utopia now. The downfall of man is just around the corner. Do I have anything else to show you? No, that's all I wanted to
Jesus
show
Christ. Can somebody text us or send us a message or something about which states don't have people like this so
I
we can
think
fucking
they're-
move the fuck out of California
They're
already?
all
I'm just
there.
Oh man,
They're
I
all
am
there.
nauseated.
All right, John.
I am nauseated from today's podcast.
You
I'm
wanna
sorry,
party with
everybody.
a fat bitch, even though in
Bye,
comments
John.
you're like cap bitch. Time you spend with me will be time well spent. And if I get on top, you know I'm leaving a dent. Know you wanna party with a fat bitch. Buy me diamond, see me name brand chips. Time you spend with me will be time well spent. And if I get on top, you know I'm leaving a dent. I'm a big bad, big butt, big dreams baddie. 2 minutes with me and you'll be calling me daddy. Might not pass the presidential fitness test, but notify your next of kin, I'll put you to rest. Whiny little dude say, I'm concerned for your health. And think about my back rolls while they're touching themselves. They comment, I legitimately thought this was John Candy. Then whisper my name as they start to get randy. Know you want